Hi everyone, Donna here. Welcome back to my kitchen. It's Super Sunday, episode 3, I think. And tonight we're going to make a hamburger soup. Now this is one of those easy peasy soups that is a dump and go and very versatile. You can use all kinds of things. I am going to use just standard corn, green beans, carrots, onions, celery, and that. But if you've got a garden that was full of zucchini and you have a bunch of zucchini left, nothing says you can't chop some of that up and put it in the soup. Or how about a nice 5 ounces or so of baby spinach at the end? You wouldn't want to put that in too soon because it will kind of go to mush. But at any rate, I'm going to use my Instant Pot today for 2 reasons. 1, I can, and 2, because I have no patience. So this way it'll be done very quickly. So I'm going to move you on down and just show you how we put this soup together. All kinds of variations. I'll mention a few as we go along. And we'll get started on our hamburger soup. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back down here at the counter, and I have my Instant Pot on saute, and it is just registered hot now. So I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil, and I have a brand new one, so I'll have to get the top off. And the reason I'm only adding a tiny bit is because my hamburger is 85/15, so there is fat in the hamburger. So once it starts to render down a little bit, there should be plenty of grease in here. I'm going to add the onion in with it. And that's 1 large onion, so that's about a cup of onion. But this soup, it's a beef broth based, but we'll add a little bit of tomato. Another thing, if you have a whole bunch of, let's say, cherry tomatoes, I've got a cherry tomato plant outside right now. And this is November in Florida. They must have 100 or more tomatoes on it, but they're just not red yet. So you can always wash up some of those and just drop them in. They'll burst and let some nice tomato flavor out. You like your soups a little spicier? Add a jar of salsa. So any of these, you can adapt this to any kind of flavors that you like. Okay, let's just let that brown up a little bit. Today is kind of a rainy day. I'm only using 1 potato today for my potato because look at the size of these potatoes. Every once in a while, my store gets what's called giant bakers. And I usually buy them when they get them. 1, because you can always cut it anyway. And we love baked potatoes. And these make great dinners on their own for a potato bar with some bacon and maybe broccoli and cheese sauce and sour cream and all of that good stuff. So when I see them, I buy them. They don't have them too often. And that's another vegetable that you can add to here anytime. Just how about some broccoli? I don't know about cauliflower. That has a fairly strong taste. But if you like it, throw it in. And I don't know about your folks, but my husband loves broccoli and cauliflower, but only when it's raw. He doesn't like it when it's cooked. So I couldn't get away with it. But how about a can of kidney beans? and anything. This is basically a vegetable soup with hamburger as the protein source. So, and you could also use ground chicken or ground turkey if you prefer not to use the beef. Leave the meat out altogether and make a vegetarian vegetable soup. Use a vegetable broth. I'm going to use a beef broth. It's getting there. Now after you've got this done, we're going to dump and go. And there really isn't that much grease, so I'm not going to drain it. So I have 3 stalks of celery. I have 3 carrots, and I've chopped them quite small. Oops, sorry. Now I can maybe move it just a little closer. There you go. I also have my 1 big potato, and I'm going to drain that. 1 second. I'm going to add a can of corn, whole can of corn. A lot of people use the bag of frozen mixed vegetables. I have some that are actually made for soups. Green beans. Diced tomatoes. And I'm going to add a little garlic powder. A little bit of oregano, not much. A bay leaf. I only have 1 left, so that's what we'll get. Let's just give this a stir around. I mean, it looks good already with all those vegetables in there. So I'm going to start with 4 cups of broth. This is just the water. I'm going to add the better than bouillon and see what it looks like. And I think I'm going to add just a little more. I think I'll add 1 more cup. So I will add 2, 4, there's 2, 4, 5, this is the better than bouillon. Now if you don't have this, you can always use bouillon cubes, or you can use the boxed or canned stock. So I'm going to give this a stir. I'm going to shut this off. Put on my cover. I'm looking around the corner here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. And I'm going to put mine on sealing. On my pot, the sealing is towards the front. So now I'm going to do manual, and I'm going to go, I think I'll just go 10 minutes. And I probably could get by with 8, but I'm going to do 10. And after the 10 minutes, I think I'll let it release on its own for no more than like 5 minutes. You don't need to. It probably doesn't need to cook any longer. But because there's so much liquid in here, sometimes if you release it while it has full pressure, it starts squirting out the top of your vent. So I'll be back when this has got off the 10 minutes, and we'll be ready to see what it looks like. And that's going to be dinner. Back in a bit. Oh, here we are back again. Sorry, I thought I was recording you earlier. Oh good, I get to taste it again. This is fun. So let me just show you. I only put a little bit in the dish. I'll bring you down to the pot in a minute because it's not quite dinner time yet. And Bob is still out playing golf in the rain. So let's... Let me pull this over. And I'll bring you down. And you can see lots of good stuff in there. I am going to add salt and pepper. Look at this trick with the pepper shaker. It doesn't come out too well, so I go like this. And it comes out all over the place. I didn't add that ahead of time because I was adding canned vegetables. And canned vegetables can be salty. Whoop. But that is good soup. I'll serve that up with some crackers and corn muffins. I'll have to finish this a little bit now, even though it's not dinner time yet. So anyway, so that's the soup for this week on a Super Sunday that I'm making on a Friday. But it's a perfect soup day. It's cold, not cold, it isn't cold at all. It's 74 and humid. And it's so humid it's dripping out of the sky, humid, right, rain. But it's the signal of a cold front coming after it. And it's supposed to, please, have highs only in the early 70s for the next week. I'm sorry, but that's what we have fall in Florida. So anyway, we will enjoy this, and I hope you will enjoy it too. Like I said, lots of things you can do with it. Add whatever vegetables you like. Add whatever seasonings you like. I'm thinking, I like the idea of throwing some salsa in it next time, because you'll get the spiciness of some of the jalapeno, or use the tomatoes with the chilies in it, Rotel tomatoes. That would be good too. So anything you want, it's a dump and go, and make it a great hot filling soup. So I'll see you again next Sunday for, I think it'll be our last soup of the Super Sunday series. And I'm not sure yet what kind of soup it will be, but I'm sure we'll have fun making it. So until then, I hope you all have a great afternoon, great evening. Everybody play nice now. I'll see you back later. Bye-bye.